between Ghana and the Central African Republic. Ghana's Black Stars have sealed their place at next year's competition, which will be in Cote d'Ivoire. 2-1 is how this game ended. Let me take a few messages. The phone lines are active as well. You can call in, share your thoughts with us. What did you make of the team? What have you made of Chris Hilton's tenure so far as Black Stars head coach? 0302 230 075. 0302 230 075. Also 0302 224 959. Joe Mark from Tabora says, Pichichi, just tell y'all that Andre was called up to come and deliver the team talk and motivate the guys. The video will be released in a few hours. I'm not sure the context of this one. I think this was happening during commentary. Kojo Dignity from Dan Soman says, please, in fact, 100% Kudus has all the keys to success. Every match depends on him now. Okay. Semenyo is another shining star for the team. Williams needs more support to be killing it for us. We'll talk about Williams thing a bit. I think his time is running out. This one here says, hello guys, Noble doing the listening from Tema Community 18. Good result but poor performance from the Black Stars. I feel like that has become synonymous with us in recent times. Let me see if I can get you more messages. Mutala says, may Chris Hilton. Maybe Chris Hilton needs to camp the boys for long. Courage from Koforidia says, shambolic football with questionable decisions by the referee, leading to both of Ghana's goals. Says, but this is sport, so we'll take it like that. Let's get to the post game. We have Raul Savoy, who is head coach of Central African Republic, sharing his post game thoughts. Let's catch that.
Ghanaians were able to neutralize him out of the game, and you couldn't come back. What really did you do to make sure you could have brought back his prowess in the game?
We know that the way we will want to play, but as I said at the beginning, for us, it was no solution. We have to win. That's why we push and we made the decision to in this way. Normally, if we are in a normal game, we don't make those changes and we stay like this to stay at 1-1. But we have to push and score.
Boss.
Yes.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
You said...
Okay, so just a few thoughts there from the Central African Republic head coach there. I think we do have a caller on the line. Let's see who this is and let's hear what they have to tell us. Okay, so let me get my first caller. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, your name and where you are calling from, please.
My name is Jude, calling from Kumbungu in the northern region.
Nice one there. Big shout outs to the people in Kumbungu. Jude, talk to us.
Kumbungu people are doing great. Let me also use this opportunity to greet my northern brothers who are in Accra. And you see, for Ghana Black Star, we are behind them, praying that God should let them qualify for this tournament. And inshallah, monitoring how they play today, it is indicating that going ahead, they will do something. So we are pleading to all fans, especially the well-meaning Ghanaians, to boldly come out with support, encouragement, so that our people will make us proud. I'll conclude by saying that may Allah guide them throughout the tournament. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
I think we dropped that one. Let's talk to another caller. 0302-224-959. 0302-230-075. Also 0302-973-763. We do have another caller on the line. Hello. I think we lost that one. Yeah, just quick thoughts on Inaki Williams. He was subbed out of the game in this one. Semenyo came in, made an immediate impact. I personally think that Inaki's opportunities are running out. I feel like he's been given a fair shot to prove himself. He's not done so far. In fact, forget about scoring goals. He's not threatened enough. He's not tested goalkeepers enough in this time. I won't put it all down to him, but as a striker, you need to put yourself about. You need to position yourself properly and all of that. What's going on with the young man?
A lot of things are going on with him because he comes into a Black Stars setting where he's at an advanced age, where he doesn't have a lot of time on his legs and on the treadmill to bring about patience. Because when you look at his age, you'll be like, okay, if you are 28 and you are still not firing on all cylinders for Ghana, when are you going to come good? And that's the argument that people have used against him. Because you look at the fact that just opposing his form against Jordan Ayew's form, Inaki Williams shouldn't have any pressure because at the end of the day, Jordan has played over 70 games for Ghana and he doesn't even have 20 goals for the Black Stars. So Inaki Williams should have a long runway because at this point in time, he hasn't even played up to 12 games for Ghana and he hasn't scored. So if you play 12 games and you haven't scored in an international setting, that's no big deal. But when you look at the fact that Jordan and the other strikers that we have in our pool, some of them started very young. And so there was always that hope that belief that, you eventually come good. Yeah. And that bought them some time. But for Inaki Williams, he's 28, you are playing at Athletic Bilbao. Many believe that at this point in your career, you should be a finished product, not someone who needs time to come good. And that's the bit of pressure coming on him. But honestly, I think he needs a selected group of players around him to be able to thrive. Because if you have Mohamed Kudus playing just behind you, it will take some time before you get the chances to be able to score because he's a bit ponderous when it comes to passing and releasing players at first instance. He tends to take one or two extra touches before he releases the ball. And for a guy like Inaki Williams, that's a bit off his pace.
Let me take a few more messages. I'll get Edwin's thoughts on a few things in a bit. DeGraft Richard says the players have to come for a long time to know themselves. Well, DeGraft, you never get that with the national team. Sorry. This one's from Mashke. Says, guys, I think the 10% betting tax must be directed to Kudus's account.
That's a good one.
Jagos from Insawam says, this Ghana Black Stars national team, I beg you, pa, Mr. I beg you, don't do this. We do have a caller on the line. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. This is Abdul National from Wa.
Big man. Good to hear from you. Talk to us.
I'm very happy you got a commentary for us to listen to the football. But I want to ask you a question. Must we always struggle to watch Ghana matches when they are playing in Ghana? People who are in Accra, they think that it's easy to watch Ghana football. In our rural areas, we don't have what's the game?
You don't have access to the game.
We don't have GTV Sports Plus. We don't have satellites there, and all the Ghanaian television will be bringing a check service. Sometimes we even say that we lost the game.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
How can we struggle to watch our own match? To watch our own match, it's not good. But I will urge your commentator, the one who was doing the analysis, at least we should summarize his words sometimes. When you are watching, listening to him, he talks a lot, and sometimes all the balls. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me get Edwin's thoughts. Edwin, I feel like Ghana have qualified. We struggled to qualify, which shouldn't have been the case. I think that the qualification process has raised a lot of questions about Chris Hilton's Black Stars. Now, we are going to the AFCON. Does Ghana need ball retention to win matches? Do we need to be scoring more goals? Do we need to be creating chances? Have we seen an imprint of Hilton's on the team so far?
We should have seen an imprint of Chris Hilton on the team. I don't think we have. It's been all over the place, I think, for the last few games that we've played. I don't think there's been a particular pattern or philosophy that we've displayed. I think it's a result of the fact that we've used so many players throughout the qualifiers. Nobody has had a chance to build any relationship, any chemistry with each other, and it's going to affect the team if we don't solve it in the future. I think the GFE didn't help. The last international break, Ghana played a single match, and that was the qualifier. Every other country got a friendly match to play after the qualifier. Our players just played a single match. One thing you do to help the team when you don't have too many games before a tournament is to help out by planning out friendly matches for the team to play, the coach to use different players or the players he feels that he can use. And I feel it was a disservice to not just the players, but to Chris Hilton as well, to not have planned a friendly match in the last international break. But that said, I don't think today was a day to worry about how the team was playing. Unfortunately, we had placed ourselves into a position where it was win or bust. We had to qualify. So, however we got that win was not important on this day. And in future games, yes, it will come into effect. In past games, yes, we should have seen better play from this team. Today was definitely not a moment. And I compare it to the Nigeria game away from home. All we needed to do was secure the results we needed to qualify, and we did that, no matter how we played. And in this game, eventually we did that too. Even though we started a bit roughly, we conceded, but we had the mental fortitude to come back. And I'm glad we are seeing our team not give up in certain moments. In recent past, we would have seen this team wither and not being able to come back. But I've noticed that in certain games, we seem to keep our focus, know that we have the quality to get back into it, and we score. Like Angola at home, we managed to score very late. Angola away from home, we conceded, and yet we got back into it. Today against the Central African Republic, we conceded again. Yeah, we came back to win games. We can't always come back and win games, but it's an encouraging sign that when we do go down, our players their heads don't drop, and they still go forward and win games. But I'm very worried, and you know why? We are relying too much on individual brilliance these days.
Too much. I feel like it's literally what has carried us through the qualifiers.
Way too much. And look, Kudu's brilliant free kick, maybe goalkeeper should have done better. And then now Antoine Semenyo just battling his way, bullying his way through the defense and finding Nyama. These moments are great. We definitely have players with the quality to influence games and change games. But we should be able to see our team play out a phase of play where you can tell the manager they've worked hard in training. Maybe a set piece routine, maybe a play from deep, maybe a transition, counter attack where players know where they should be. Players play in sync. And I don't think we've seen enough. Maybe we've seen a couple of moments where those have happened, but they've been very few and very far between. And if we are going into this AFCON against teams who have been drilled in a particular line of play, who have played together for years, Algeria, Senegal, African champions, Nigeria, who have basically
look at
maintained...
how Central African Republic are playing.
Yes, they've played so well in these qualifiers. No one give them a chance when the groups were named, but they almost qualified on the last day if they had got a win against Ghana. And I feel that the rest of the continent has evolved beyond just Takashi just pass to a single player and hope that he does the business. We used to have Asamoah Gyan for that. For a period, Andre Ayew delivered for us.
Yep.
But we can't rely on certain players.
Now we don't have
anymore.
a reliable goal scorer
We
anymore.
do not have a reliable goal scorer. Inaki was supposed to be the one to ease our goal scoring worries. He himself, he's not discovered himself yet in this team. His teammates have not discovered him. And I think I was listening to Yao's assessment on Inaki. I feel that the issue is play him in a team without Jordan Ayew, and I feel he will deliver. I feel for a player like Inaki who moves into space really quickly, who knows how to position himself, you should not have too many players who hold on to the ball too long
and
waste those movements, that bit of positioning, that bit of good positioning. I feel that having Jordan in the team, and I admire his qualities, his talent, what he brings. He holds up to the ball, relieves a lot of pressure, and then he wins free kicks in advanced positions. But when you're facing a team like Central African Republic, winning free kicks in advanced positions should not be your worry. You should have enough quality to pass them around the pitch and beat them. You should have enough quality to get your striker in good goal-scoring positions. We didn't do enough today, and I feel that Semenyo gave one of the best cameos I've seen from a Black Stars player in a while, and he's done that on a couple of occasions.
He's been brilliant ever since he stepped into this national team.
He's basically playing himself into a starting position. I'll be shocked if in our next game he doesn't start. And it might do Inaki a bit of good to spend some time on the bench and come on, as Semenyo does, as a super sub.
Try and be a super
sub, score goals,
regain your national team confidence.
Yeah, take pressure off you from the start, allow other players to play, and when you are brought in, make the most of those opportunities. And who knows, he might become eventually the goal scorer that Ghana needs. But for now, I think he should
just
be
a
on the
quick
bench.
one.
Yeah.
See, I don't have any problem with how things have gone in terms of the qualification, because if you look at Chris Hilton's record, this is what is to be expected. He's
Smash
a
and grab.
minded coach, smash and grab, not too eye-pleasing kind of performances from his team.
But Ghana don't like that kind of football.
But at this point in time, he is the coach. So what I expect to see from him is an identity when it comes to counter-attacking, because you're a conservative coach. Okay, so no problem. I don't have any problem with you being being in bed with your style. No problem. But be efficient doing it. And I haven't seen enough of efficient play in such instances. Counter-attack.
And even the problem is we're not even seeing that defensive style, because defensively we don't even look solid. We are all over the place. And so it's hard.
And number two, free kicks. If you're going to play this mini haram ball, you need to be efficient with your free kicks and set pieces. Look at the set pieces that we've had over the qualifiers.
I think Jordan should be offset piece.
Exactly. And that one is coaching, because at this point in time, who is the player going to stand up to Jordan Ayew and tell him, move off the ball? It was just Kudus. Kudus has the ability to do so, that confidence to do so, and Jordan will respect him. How many of our young players are in the Kudus caliber to be able to man up or stand up to Jordan and say, move over, let me play?
It shouldn't even have to come to that. In a well-structured team, the coach says if the free kick is on the left side, it is Mr. A and B.
That's what I'm saying.
If it is central, it is B and C. Yep.
It is down to coaching.
Yep.
You get my point. And so for me, those are the things I'm looking out for. And Chris Hilton disappointed me in those areas, that you couldn't fine-tune your defensive strategy. And in those few opportunities that you get to score goals or attack the opposition, you fail to do so efficiently, and that for me was quite disappointing. And I think moving forward, Ghana has to seriously think about playing with three defenders at the back, because that's how you get the best out of our wing backs, because we have a lot of wing backs, but we don't have a lot of very good full backs.
Let me read a few messages coming through. Solo from Afanko says, football has really evolved in Africa. Inaki should be slowly integrated into the team. Guys, Inaki started playing for the World Cup last November, which slowly integrated into which team again? It's a national team. National teams don't have that kind of time. Semenyo has settled more than Inaki, so he should start our games. GFA should be serious, do more collabs, and get proper pitches for our players. Our technical team have a lot to do. Mutala says that as one of your co-panelists is saying, we have too many individual talents in the team and not camped too long enough. I think that's what you're trying to say. Ice Kinky from Lands Commission says, guys, Andrea, you warmed up since yesterday. Them no give him playing time. Hey, the mafia landlord, Mohamed Kudus, is more talented than Ronaldo for a reason. Big ups. Hey, Charlie, you are definitely a Messi fan, chatting a lot of things.
People advocate for more time for international on international duties. It's a bit funny.
It's problematic
because at this point in time, who in that Black Star setup isn't an established pro who knows how to adjust to fast-moving situations? Everyone is. And so for me, you have to do better in this circumstance. And at the end of the day, the team lining up on the opposite side is also going through the same situation. And so you need to take advantage of the very limited time that you have together to be able to fast pace on your tactics and your game plan and deliver it efficiently, because at this point in time, everyone is going through the same challenges as you do.
Well, that's our game. Let me see if I can take final thoughts from Edwin before we wrap it up in here. So Ghana qualifying. We started the game with 9 points, so we have 12 points now. So yes, finishing top of the group. Just final thoughts on your takeaways from this particular game and what we need to do going forward.
Not the ideal preparation for the AFCON, but we hardly ever have the ideal preparation for AFCON. So it's about the tournament, and I think preparation starts now. You do not. I think Chris Hilton should have a fair idea about which players he's going to take, which side he's going to take. It's not time for experimentation anymore, unless a newbie just steps up in his league somewhere, in one of the top leagues in Europe or somewhere. You do not go for him. You have your team settled. Try and play a few more friendly matches. Try and get the team integrated. Build chemistry in the team. I know it's going to be difficult finding time, but international breaks are not the longest, but you can utilize them to your best of your ability and get the right teams. Get proper teams to play against. I know
that's such a huge point for me, because if you notice, Ghana only win games against these type of teams. Central African Republic, Ethiopia, Comoros. Whenever it's a Mali, Senegal, a slightly competitive team, we have issues.
We have the caliber. We have the caliber to get a play against France.
Brazil,
we have Brazil again. We have caliber to play against all these teams. We can put together a friendly match against these teams, test ourselves against the best in the world, because we are certainly going to face some of the best in the world at the AFCON. Right now, there are so many teams above us that we need to be at our utmost best, and selections need to be on point. That is the main thing.
Selections definitely need to be on point. Let me go through the scores from the game. So Angola, Madagascar played out a goalless draw. Ghana beating the Central African Republic by 2-1. There's Algeria, Tanzania to come. Niger, Uganda, and Tunisia versus Botswana. So let me give you a final look at the table. What Group E closed out like. Ghana, 12 points, 8 goals scored, 3 goals conceded. Angola, 9 points, 6 goals scored, 5 conceded. The Central African Republic scored 9 goals. They were the highest scorers in the group, but also conceded 7 goals. They finished with 7 points, and then Madagascar finished with 3 points. They scored just 1 goal throughout the qualifiers and conceded 9. My name is Benjamin Nketia. You heard Edwin Kwakofi. You heard Nathan Kwara a little earlier, and also Yao Jamie Tak. Evans Ofochumanso came away with live radio commentary. Daniel Squash is giving me assistance in the studio. Thank you guys out there for your messages. Thank you for the calls as well. Until then, we'll be taking a break from here. The Eyewitness team will take over in a bit.